With a focus on entry level, there are popular routes that you could actually use to break into the cybersecurity space. And one of those, which are cybersecurity internships. You could have a cybersecurity internship with some companies or some existing programs. And also, you could also start off as a SOC analyst. One of the ways to get your hands dirty on trying to become a SOC analyst is to try to implement SIM tools. That's SIEM, and one of those popular ones are Splunk. When you're able to implement Splunk, you're able to read the logs, you're able to analyze attacks as they come in, then you're already on a good path to making a headway with this route. And then you have the help desk technician here. So basically, this is another starting point. It's kind of like a double-edged sword here, because this could be your starting point into the tech space. You start resolving desk side issues, networking issues, and then you could graduate into this path here and then break into cybersecurity proper. But they all lead into your journey as a cybersecurity professional, because this has a lot of foundational elements to it, and then you can graduate from here, or you could start from here and then go here and come here to launch reasonable pathway into cybersecurity positions. I think there are some questions here. I think there's one speaking on GRC.
Yep, let's go through these questions. So we've got would risk management fall under GRC?
Yes, that is correct. That should be on the governance aspect, yeah. And one of those certifications that you may want to pursue is the CISM or the CISA by ISACA.
Okay, so our next one is, what foundational skills are most important for someone starting out who wants to become an offensive security engineer?
That's a good question. Now, being an offensive security engineer, one of those things that I do advise people is starting off as offensive, you would have a whole lot of ramp up to do. Why? Because being on the offensive, you're kind of like how do I put this? You're kind of like trying to break things. But if you don't know what you're trying to break, how do you make that headway? So starting from the blue team might be a recommended path. It doesn't mean that people don't go directly to the offensive security engineer level. And now, to address the foundational skills, you need to be good in your Linux. That will be a very essential skill to have. Coding skills are going to be essential as well, because you're probably going to be doing a lot of scripting to launch offensive security attacks. So those two skills would be great. And it wouldn't hurt to also have IT networking skills, like understanding basically what Network Plus is about. That will also help build a good foundation.
Michael, another question is, what career path in cybersecurity should someone without a background in cyber pursue to start a career in cybersecurity?
That's another good question. So if you already determined that cybersecurity is the path that you would like to pursue to start off, I'd say it's pretty good to start from the SOC analyst positions. They're actually a great way to launch a career into cybersecurity, and because if you become a SOC analyst, you can now have a myriad of options that you can actually pick from and say, hey, you know what? I think I'm actually done my time here as a SOC analyst. I would like to move to probably maybe managerial roles like auditing, risk management, or you wanted to move into offensive security. But I think SOC analyst would be like a great path to launch your career in cybersecurity.
Another question is, thank you. Sorry. So how easy do you think I can transition from a data analyst to become a cybersecurity expert?
That's a good question. And I do think it all depends on your determination, and also the right training is also going to be involved. Because if you're not like reading the right documentations, if you're not watching the right videos, because I'm like a visual learner, so that would make the journey a little bit tricky now to get to your final destination. And another thing, you need to understand what space or what field basically in cybersecurity that you want to leverage. Because if you use the term cybersecurity expert, like it's a huge umbrella. So there's lots of fields in cybersecurity. You need to understand where in cybersecurity am I taking myself to? Where would I want to be in cybersecurity space? You it may be a little bit ambiguous to just be a cybersecurity expert, because there are different fields in cybersecurity. One of the rising fields in cybersecurity right now is AI security. So that's a new one that's it's coming into trend.
Okay, we have another question that's like an audience question that asks, how does one choose the best secret organization to test with? There's a lot to choose from.
Is When you say secret organization, was that kind of like for pen testing, or if you could just help clarify what you meant by best secret organization to test with?
Kelsey, if you put that in the chat, we'll bring it up on the screen. If you can just do a clarifying question. In the meantime, let's move to the next one, which is, what's the best way to gain experience when you don't have a job yet? Are homelands, labs, or capture the flags useful?
100%. They're always very useful. There's sites like TryHackMe and Hack the Box. They're really great arena to actually gain practical experiences. And one thing is this is not just gaining those experiences that could relate to real life scenarios. You should document your journey. When you're able to document your journey, this forms part of your portfolio to potential recruiters when they either you could do that on Medium, you could do that on LinkedIn, you could do that on your GitHub. So but just ensure that whatever labs that you're trying to reproduce in your test box environment or your sandbox environment, as the case may be, make that effort to actually document them.
Okay, I have another question from the audience is,
Well, we've got the clarifying comment from Kelsey on the.
oh, she does.
Yes.
Also, it says there's CompTIA, there's ISACA, there's SANS. How do you choose which one to? And that's a really great question, because different recruiters or different organizations do have like I want to say like a wish list of what they want to see for their candidates, and these actually form the trimming benchmark for waiting, taking off candidates off the list that do not qualify. So as and I don't want to say go for all of them, because it's going to be weird and misdirectional. But what you can actually do is go for the popular ones. I don't think you can actually go wrong with CompTIA. Like, you could start off with Security Plus, and then you could start doing home labs that are able to show that you do have the skill set. I think CompTIA does have like a Security Plus module that has all the labs required to show your skill set as a Security Plus certified individual. And once you put that on, hopefully you're able to get something in the cybersecurity space.